Okay, well students, today in this video we will discuss about the torque on a current carrying rectangular loop placed in a uniform magnetic field. Means there is a rectangular loop having length and breadth, L and B breadth, placed in a uniform magnetic field and a current is flowing in the loop. Then the torque acts on the loop. Means the loop will rotate in the magnetic field. If torque acts, it gives rotational motion, so the loop will rotate. This is true for, I will find this for a rectangular loop. You can also do for any shape of loop. If you take a loop, then if the conditions are fulfilled, what the conditions we will use here, then the loop will rotate. Here we will discuss about the for a rectangular loop. Clear? So let me show you the figure that how the loop will rotate and what the cases are like that. Let me draw the loop. So consider a rectangular loop like this. Let us consider a rectangular loop A, B, C, D is a rectangular loop placed and the rectangular loop carries current I, and the current I, the loop carries current I. So the current is flowing. Let me take the current is flowing in clockwise direction. You can take also anti-clockwise. Let me take the current flows in clockwise direction like this. The current I flows in the loop. So let me consider this is the current I flows in the loop I. Okay? And so you cannot think that this is a closed one. You can join this by any way. You can say let this is the loop and it is completely closed and the current is entering, suppose in this part. So we can say the current is I and it is coming out as a I. This is the case line. Clear? So this is the rectangular loop. Clear? So I have to, for understanding, I have now taken these things. So then let us consider this is almost a closed loop like this. Okay, it is almost closed, right? And a source is connected, it flows the current I. And this loop has current I, carries current I. Suppose the length is L, L be the length, L is the length of the, and B is the breadth of the rectangular loop. This is a rectangular loop, so L is the length and B is the breadth. And the loop is placed in a uniform magnetic field. So let me draw a uniform magnetic field which is represented by the magnetic field lines like this. Uniform means equispaced parallel lines represented by the magnetic field lines, equispaced parallel lines. So let this is the magnetic field B, uniform magnetic field B. So the greens are the uniform magnetic field, means the magnetic field is from left to right, uniform magnetic field, the loop is placed like this. Let us assume that, so let me write what I have taken this thing that, yes, that ABCD, I have considered this is a rectangular loop of length, I have taken what the length is L. L means which side? I have taken this AB or BA, you can say BA and CD of length L and breadth B. Which sides? BC or CB and AD. These are the breadth. Clear? First point. ABC is the rectangular loop, a rectangular loop of length L and breadth D. B is the uniform magnetic field. I be the current current in the loop. Another important thing, remember, theta. The loop is not placed parallel to the field. Let us assume that the loop is so placed that this is the loop, and let this is the magnetic field from left to right, and this is the loop. Now the loop is placed like this, suppose, with some angle. The loop is placed with some angle to the magnetic field, and let theta, here theta is the angle between area vector of the loop, angle between area vector of the loop and the magnetic field, Well, students, remember this theta. Theta is the area vector of the loop. Now let us think that this is the loop. Clear? If this is the loop, rectangular loop, what is its area vector? Normal to the plane of the loop. This is the area vector. Normal to the plane of the loop. This is the area vector. Not the plane of the loop. I am asking about area of the loop. So theta is the angle between area vector of the loop and the magnetic field. Remember this, very, very important. I am repeating again. If this is the loop, right, let this is the area vector. This is the area vector perpendicular to the loop. This area vector makes an angle theta with the magnetic field. Means, suppose this is the area vector. If the loop is rotated, so this area vector is also rotated. If this is the loop, this is the area vector. If the loop is rotated, the area vector is also rotated, like this. So normal to the plane of the loop. We can say area vector means this is the normal to the plane of the loop. Remember? Then, if I will ask you, if theta is the angle between the area vector of the loop and the magnetic field, then what is 90 minus theta? 90 minus theta. That is the angle between the plane of the loop and area vector. Let me write this thing. To understand, 90 minus theta is the angle between plane of the loop and magnetic field. Angle between the plane of the loop and strength of magnetic field. This is the case. Here I have considered theta is the angle between the area vector of the loop, or you can write this area vector is nothing but this is the normal to the plane of the loop. Now area vector means normal to the plane of the loop and the magnetic field. That I have considered. This is the parts what I have considered in the figure. Clear? Now, let me find out one by one. So this is the case. Now I will think that this rectangular loop is consist of 4 current carrying conductors. This rectangular loop consists of 4 current carrying conductors. 4 current carrying conductors. One is AD, it is a current carrying conductor. Another one is DC, it is a current carrying conductor. Another one is CB, it is a current carrying conductor. And BA is a current carrying conductor. Now, let us think that the loop can rotate about an axis, and let the axis is passing like this. The loop can rotate about an axis. This means XY is the axis of rotation, which is passing through the loop. In the plane of the loop, the axis is passing in the plane of the loop along the length AB or CD. This is the axis of rotation. Means this is the loop and this is the axis. Means the loop can rotate along the about the axis like this. If this is the axis, the loop can rotate like this. But the loop cannot rotate like this because it cannot rotate like this in the axis. Because the axis is like this means this is fixed. So the loop can rotate like this. So xy is an axis passing like this. Clear? Next. So this is the axis of rotation. Okay. So the loop can rotate about this axis. Let me draw like this. So the loop can rotate about the axis. Here. Now, let us find the force on each side of the conductor because it consists of 4 conductors. Now I will do one by one. Force on the conductor. Force on the conductor AB. Force on the conductor AB. It is a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field, and let this makes an angle theta, this conductor, because the normal makes an angle theta, this makes an angle theta with the magnetic field B, because it rotates an angle theta. The loop rotates, this is the magnetic field, but the loop is placed like this, so this side makes an angle theta with the magnetic field. That we have taken. Clear? So now I will draw this one. Force on the conductor AB, let me take this as F1 is equal to, what is the formula? I, what is this length? L cross magnetic field is B. I, L cross B. This is the force F1. Clear? Already you have derived force on a current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field. So F1 is equal to I, L cross B. So the force on the loop AB like this, F1 is equal to I, L cross B. Now what is the angle between this L and B? Now let me find what is the angle between this L and B. So if this is the case, in this case, now think that this is the loop. Clear? Now the loop is placed like this. Let us think that the loop is placed like this, and this is the magnetic field. This is the magnetic field. Then this is the length and this is the magnetic field. What is the angle between these two? Angle between these two, 90. Angle between these two is 90. The loop makes an angle theta. The loop angle, area vector of the loop makes an angle theta. But if the loop is rotated or it is at an angle theta with the magnetic field, it is at an angle theta with the magnetic field. The area vector at an angle theta with the magnetic field. But what about this side? This side is perpendicular to the magnetic field. So theta is 90. Remember this. So F1, the magnitude of force F1 is equal to I and B sine 90. Angle between L and B is 90. So F1 is equal to I L B. That is the force, magnitude of the force. Now what is its direction? What is its direction? That can be from Fleming's left hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule. Stretch the forefinger or the first finger, middle finger and the thumb of the left hand stretched in by stretching the first finger, middle finger and thumb in mutually perpendicular directions. This represent magnetic field direction. This represent current. This represent force. Remember. So now use this in this case. Here this is the magnetic field. Here, so this is the magnetic field. What is the current direction? B to A means I will show like this. B to A. Current is along this direction. This is magnetic field. B along this direction. Current. Current direction means left direction. L direction means L is what? Along the direction of current. So L is what direction? I is B to A. So this is B to A. And what is the direction of force on this one? Perpendicular inward. Perpendicular inward. Okay. So let me write direction of F1. Direction of F1 is perpendicular to the length length perpendicular to the length of R AB, perpendicular to the length of the R AB, and directed inward of the board, or directed inward on this sheet. Suppose you draw that in your paper, that is directed inward. So for this directed inward, I will show this F1 is, let me, this F1 is, I will show this F1. Let me show this F1 here. Directed inward, let me show like this. This is the F1. First one. Then go to this side. Force on the conductor DC. Let this is your F2. For this side, let me take this is F2. Then I will go for this one because they are on the axis. So I will discuss that later. F2 is equal to, again same, I L cross B. I L cross B. Then magnitude of F2 is equal to I L B. What is the angle again? Sin 90. This is also perpendicular. This is the magnetic field. This is the perpendicular. I L B sin 90. Then if F2 is I L B sin 90, so F2 is equal to, or F2 is equal to I L B. F2 is equal to I L B. Clear? Then what is the direction? The direction of F2 is, so we got this F2. F1 is this much, ILB, and F2 magnitude is same, ILB. Direction of F2. Now find out the direction of current. Now you see here. What is the direction of current? As a magnetic field along this direction. Current D through C. What is the direction of F2? Perpendicular outward. Let me show that perpendicular outward like this. F2. Perpendicular F2. So I can write direction of F2. I can write this as a direction of F2 is perpendicular to the length of the R CB or DC, directed outward. Magnitude is same, but they are, one is directed inward, the other one is directed outward. Clear? Is that clear? Next. Then go to the other arms. Now I will do this one case. Force on the arm AB. Force on the arm AD. Force on the arm AD. What is this force? F3. F3 is equal to I. What is its length? B. B cross capital B, magnetic field. Now is that perpendicular? What we will do, see here. I will take here, see. If this is the loop, right? So let me show this is the, if this is the loop, I think that this is the R. Remember, this is the R B. This is the arm B. This is the arm L. And let this is the magnetic field. Magnetic field is from left to right. Now the loop is suppose placed like this. Loop is like this. Then this is the magnetic field and the loop is like this. Then is that perpendicular to this magnetic field? No. This is not perpendicular. It makes some angle. This is the case. This is the arm. The arm is not like this. Suppose the arm is like this. This arm proposed like this. But this is the magnetic field. Then the arm is placed like this with some angle, and this is the magnetic field. So this makes an angle, suppose alpha. Let this angle is your alpha, or you can say any angle alpha. Suppose it makes an angle alpha. So I can write F3. Force on the R is F3. So magnitude of F3 is equal to I BB sin alpha. Okay. So alpha is the angle between what? This alpha is an angle between the length and the magnetic field. This angle is suppose alpha. Then this again this will be also alpha. So this is F3. When you will go to this arm, then this is also required. So F3 is equal to IBB sine alpha. Clear? What is this direction? Now go to the direction part. The magnetic field is like this. Here, the magnetic field is like this. And the current, the magnetic field is like this. And this is the conductor. And it makes an angle alpha. Then what is the direction of? So this is the current carrying conductor, right? It is not along the direction, it makes some angle alpha with this one. So this is the direction of force. B, this is the current, and this is the force. So let me show this is the force, that is your F3. F3. So what is the direction of F3? So F3 direction of F3 is perpendicular to the plane containing what are the B and B. Direction of F3 is perpendicular to the plane containing B and B. Because it is not actually 90 degree. If it is 90, then you can say it is perpendicular. All are mutual perpendicular. So suppose it makes an angle. So this is accordingly, right? So along the plane of the containing B and B. Similarly, F4 force on the R CD. Similarly, force on the R CD. RCB F4 is equal to same I B cross B. It also makes an angle alpha. So I can write magnitude F is equal to IBB sine alpha. Clear? What is this direction? As it is in this direction, B is same. This direction, the current changes. So this is the direction, but the current changes like this. The current, this is the direction of magnetic field, and this is the current. Left hand rule. This is the direction of magnetic field, and this is the current. This is the direction of magnetic field. So this is the current. Then this will be what? Perpendicular inward, like this. This is the case. Current is like this, and this is perpendicular to the plane containing this, but it is along the direction F4. So F4 I will show this direction. Clear? So this is F3. So let me show this F4. This is the F4. Force on this along the axis and like this. So the direction of F4 is perpendicular to the plane containing B and B. Clear? Now from here you can say the direction of F4 is like this. Now you see here, this is the axis. On these two arms AD and BC, the force is of equal magnitude and acts along the same line, along the axis, acts along the same line. So they cancel each other. This is the case, like very simple thing. If you take a loop, this is the axis of the loop. This is the axis of the loop. The loop can rotate like this. The forces are acting like this. Now this figure is right. One force on this arm, one force perpendicular inward, on this arm perpendicular outward, on this arm perpendicular to this plane, and on this arm this is perpendicular. This is the axis. So these two forces, this up and down, these two forces, the forces acting on the side B, breadth B, are equal and opposite, and having the same line of action. You take a body, apply the same force in this direction, 5 Newton, in this direction 5 Newton. Then what will be the resultant? 0 Newton. equal and opposite, right? So I can write these three. Okay? Then that's why I have taken this F3 and F4 later. First I calculate this F1 and F2. So next is the forces F3 and F4 are equal and opposite x equal and opposite act along the same line of action. So the net force is 0 because of these two. So the net force, therefore the net force due to these two, then the net force due to these two forces is 0. So the net force due to these two forces is 0. Clear? Now next we will go to we will calculate F1, F2, F3, F4. These two cancel, so we will not consider this F3 and F4. But come to the F1 and F2. Now what about this F1 and F2? Let me write this F1 and F2. That only the two forces F1 and F2, they are not in the same line of action. Means they will give you a but. Because why they are not in the same line of action? The loop is placed not like this. The loop is placed like this. So one force is along this. It starts here. Another force is here. So they are not in the same line of action. But in this case, this line, one force is acting like this, another force is. So they are 0. But these two are not 0. If like this, then they are in the same line. Like this and like this. But it's not in this line. It is an angle theta. The normal makes an angle theta. Clear? So the two forces F1 and F2 act on the loop. For the two forces F1 and F2 act on the loop are equal and opposite, having no common line of action. So they constitutes a couple. So they constitutes a couple which gives torque. The torque gives rotational motion. So they constitutes a couple. So or they form a constitutes a couple and try to rotate the loop. In what direction? Clockwise. One force is like this is like that. F1 outward, so the loop will rotate in clockwise and try to rotate the loop in clockwise direction. Loop in clockwise direction. The current in clockwise, the loop will rotate in clockwise. If it rotates in clockwise, then what is the torque? Torque formula is what? Two equal and opposite forces having no common line of action, that gives you a torque. The torque equal to magnitude of either force into perpendicular distance between the two forces. Clear? So this figure is over. Now we will go to the torque part. Now we will calculate the torque. Clear? So let me erase this thing. Then I will show you how this force gives you the torque formula, how you find out the torque. Okay. Now I will go to the torque. So these two forces, let me draw this on. How this is the case? The two forces, this is the side. The space between these two, let me show this one the case. So the loop is supposed like this. this is the one line, means this is the breadth B. So one force, this is the side B, clear? This is your B, and the forces I will show. The forces is that one is F1 inward, F1, the other one is the F2 perpendicular outward. See that this is the loop. The loop is placed like this, na? The loop is placed, I have shown this loop is placed what? Like this. So this is F1 and F2. Okay? Then this is the side B. Okay? Now, then torque acting on the loop. Magnitude tau is equal to magnitude of either force into perpendicular distance between the two forces. Perpendicular distance between the two forces. Now, as you know, the normal of the loop makes an angle theta with the magnetic field. So obviously this is the, suppose this is the magnetic field at this time. So this is the magnetic field B. Uniform magnetic field, you can show like this. This is the magnetic field like this, B. And the normal, this is the normal, NK, which makes an angle theta with the magnetic field. Already you have taken the normal to the loop makes an angle theta with the magnetic field. Then what is the perpendicular distance? So this angle is theta. Now like to draw the perpendicular distance like this. Let me make this the another one and bring. Okay. What is the perpendicular distance means? This is the perpendicular distance. This is the perpendicular distance. Okay. Then if this angle theta, then I can say this is also theta. This is the 90. This is theta and this is your 90. So give some names here. A. So this side is your what? A. Let this is B. And let us make this as a B. And let this is your. I can take this as normal. So I can say this is a N. And this is perpendicular. Angle between normal to the. This is the area vector and this is B. So I can say this is also area vector A cap also. Area of the loop. Don't A cap means don't get confused. N cap. Next with the B. Then what is the perpendicular distance between these two vectors F1 and F2? dn, right? And if this is theta, then what is this dn? This angle is theta. What is dn? That is your B sin theta. So this will be your B sin theta, because sin theta is equal to what? This is dn by AB. Sin theta is equal to dn by AB. dn is equal to, what is this AB? B. This is B. B sin theta. I will put direct. Now your magnitude of either force into perpendicular distance between the two forces. So magnitude of either force I L B. Already you know F1 equal to F2. So I L B perpendicular distance is here dn. This is equal to I L B. What is your dn? B sin theta. B sin theta. So tau is equal to, I can write I L B, sorry, L into B, length into breadth, into B magnetic field, into sin theta. Clear? So I can write this as tau is equal to I, length into breadth is equal to area of the loop into B sin theta. This is the magnitude of torque, where A is the area of the loop, that is equal to L into B. Sorry, L into length into breadth. In vector form, because area is a vector, in vector form tau is equal to I area vector into B. IAB. That is the in vector form. Clear? If the loop has n number of turns, if the loop has n number of turns, if the loop has n number of turns, in this loop n number of turns, then tau is equal to magnitude n I a b sin theta. Tau is equal to n I b sin theta. Clear? Is that clear? Then here is the NIB sin theta. This is the expression for torque. Then we will go for special cases from here. Okay. Then another thing, remember one thing. Here, what is this theta? Let me write again. I am repeating. What is this theta? Angle between the area vector and magnetic field. In a question, suppose the area vector is not given. In the question, know the question. In a question is given, the plane of the loop makes an angle 60 degree with a magnetic field. Then what is the area vector makes with the magnetic field? If the plane of the loop makes an angle 60 degree, then plane of the loop makes this is the magnetic field, this is the plane of the loop, like this magnetic field, the plane of the loop makes an angle 60 degree. Plane makes an angle 60 degree with the magnetic field. This is the magnetic field, with the plane. The plane makes an angle 60 degree. In that case, area vector makes an angle 30 degree. Okay. So if so this is the formula, or you can write if theta, if alpha is the angle made by the plane of loop with the magnetic field, plane of the loop with the magnetic field, direction of magnetic field, then what we can write? Theta, area vector makes an angle with this one, so we can say theta plus alpha is equal to 90. Theta plus alpha is equal to 90. Plane of the makes angle theta, area vector theta plus alpha is equal to 90. So theta is equal to 90 minus alpha. So tau is equal to I A B sin 90 minus alpha. Then the equation changes to what? Tau is equal to I A B cos sin 90 minus theta cos alpha. Remember these two difference. Here theta means angle between the area vector and magnetic field. Here alpha is the angle between the plane of the loop with the magnetic field. That is the difference. Clear? So this is about the torque expression. Clear? Then I have given that, already you know that the torque acting on a dipole, the torque acting. So in this case, this is same as that of a current carrying loop is a magnetic dipole. This is a current carrying loop is a magnetic dipole. And what is the dipole moment? IA. How we got this dipole moment IA? Because if you compare that to a magnetic dipole, on the dipole case, the torque acting on a magnetic dipole, torque acting on a magnetic dipole, torque acting on a magnetic dipole, tau is equal to, what is the formula? M B sin theta. M is the magnetic dipole moment, B is the magnetic field, theta is the angle between the the dipole axis, south to north, dipole axis, or M max with B. Here torque acting on the current carrying loop, current carrying loop in the magnetic field. In the magnetic field. What is the formula now? Tau is equal to I A B sine theta. We have discussed. Theta is the angle between this like this. Now compare these two. B sine theta, B sine theta. Comparing these two. Comparing 1 and 2. Comparing equation 1 and 2. What is M? B sin theta get cancelled. So ME will be equal to IA. That is the dipole moment. So the dipole moment of a current carrying loop is IA. If it has n number of turns, NIA. Already you know the dipole moment of a current carrying loop. I have shown that in a circle. If the current I, if the area of the loop is A, this is equivalent to a dipole because its dipole moment is IA. If it has n number of turns, then NIA. That we have already discussed. Clear? So from here we got the relation. Okay? Then this is the torque. Then I will go to the case 1. Now go to the case 1. So this is the torque max. So case 1. If theta is equal to 0 degree. If theta is equal to 0 degree, then what you will get? If theta is equal to 0 means what? Current carrying loop, theta is 0 means this is the case like what? The current carrying loop or the normal to the current carrying loop, or that is also called area vector. Theta 0 means the normal to the current carrying loop makes an angle 0 degree with the direction of magnetic field. If theta is 0 means the normal to the current carrying loop, means the coil is placed like this. Suppose this is the magnetic field. What is its area vector? This direction. Area in this direction. So this is area vector, this is the magnetic field. Both are parallel. Theta is 0. So if theta is 0 means the plane of the loop. This is magnetic field. The plane of the loop is theta 0 means theta plus alpha is 90. Alpha is the angle made by the plane of the loop with the magnetic field. So theta plus alpha is 90. Theta is 0 means alpha is 90. Or this can be written as theta is 0. The normal to the current carrying loop makes an angle 0 degree with the direction of magnetic field. Or the plane of the loop placed, or the plane of the loop makes an angle, what? 90 degree with the plane of the loop makes an angle 90 degree with the magnetic field. Then sin theta is equal to 0. Sin 0, theta is 0, sin theta is 0. Because normal, if the plane of makes an 90, then we will use which formula? Cos alpha. Here alpha is 90. Cos alpha, cos 90 is 0. Then this alpha 90. But we are taking about this case. Clear? So theta means the normal of the current carrying loop makes an angle 0 degree with the magnetic field. Then sin theta is equal to 0 because 0 degree. Or that can be written as, or this is the case. The plane of the loop makes an angle 90 degree with the magnetic field. Then sin theta is equal to 0. So tau is equal to 0. There is no torque acting on the loop because tau is equal to NIAB sin 0 degree. So sin theta is 0. So sin 0 degree 0. So tau is equal to 0. So there is no torque acts on the loop. Clear? So means if the loop is placed like this, so the area vector is along the direction of magnetic field, or the plane is perpendicular to the magnetic field like this, and the magnetic field is like this, there is no torque acts on the loop. There is no torque acts on the loop. Clear? No torque acts on the loop. No torque acts on the loop. Clear? There is no torque acts on the loop. Clear? Then the loop will be in the position of equilibrium. No torque acts on the loop. The loop will be in equilibrium. The loop will be in equilibrium. Clear? Is that clear? Next we will go to the case 2. If theta is 90, if theta is 90 degree, if theta is 90 degree, then what we will say? Theta 90. Here the normal to the current carrying loop or area vector makes an angle 90 degree with the direction of magnetic field, or the plane of the loop makes an angle how much? 0 degree. Yeah. So this is the loop. Clear? This is the magnetic field. What is this area vector? This area vector. This is the magnetic field. Area vector. Perpendicular. So this is the angle. What is the angle here? 90. Means the plane of the loop is parallel to the magnetic field, 0 degree. So the plane of the loop makes an angle 0 degree with the magnetic field. Then what is the formula? Sin 90? Sin 90 degree is equal to 1. Then tau is equal to NIAP into 1. Sin 90. Torque is this is the maximum value. The torque acting on the loop is maximum. Under what condition the torque acting on the loop is maximum? The magnetic field is like this. This is the plane of the loop. The plane of the loop is parallel to the magnetic field, or area vector is perpendicular to the magnetic field. Then the torque is maximum. This torque, remember, this torque is also called maximum torque condition. This torque is also called radial. This torque, right? This torque is also called, okay. So this torque, no, this magnetic field. This magnetic field, the magnetic field, let me write again. The magnetic field, when this torque is maximum, under what condition the torque is maximum? If the magnetic field is parallel to the plane of the loop, or area vector is perpendicular to the magnetic field, or the magnetic field is perpendicular to the area vector, the torque acting on the loop is maximum. The magnetic field is called, under this condition, the magnetic field is called radial magnetic field. The magnetic field is called the radial magnetic field. Okay, this is about the current carrying loop placed in a magnetic field. And remember, this is all we will use in the applications of this torque acting on the loop, that is used in your galvanometer, moving coil galvanometer. Next we will discuss about moving coil galvanometer. There we will use this one. The magnetic field is a radial magnetic field. Means you will always think that if I use the word the magnetic field is a radial magnetic field, means you will always say that the area vector of the loop is perpendicular to the magnetic field, or the plane of the loop is along the direction of magnetic field. The torque is maximum. The coil will rotate. Okay. Then another thing, remember, if I will combine all these things, what is the net force on the loop? What is the net force on the loop? F3 and F4, they cancel each other. But if I add this, they are also opposite, but they have a different line of action that gives you torque. But F3 and F4 magnitudes are equal and opposite direction. F3, F4, magnitudes are equal in opposite direction. So what is the net force? The net force on the loop will be 0. So a current carrying loop placed in a magnetic field, then uniform magnetic field, then the net force on the loop is 0. But the torque may or may not be 0. Torque is 0 in case 1. If the normal of the loop is along the direction of magnetic field, the torque is 0. Force is 0, torque is 0. But if the loop, plane of the loop is along the direction of magnetic field or area vector is perpendicular, then the torque is not 0. Maximum torque. Clear? So this is the combined effect. So I can say that when a coil is placed in a magnetic field, the net force on the loop is 0. The torque may or may not 0. Clear? The coil, when the coil is placed in the magnetic field, then the coil is placed in the magnetic field, then the coil is placed, then the coil is placed in a uniform magnetic field, when the coil is placed in a uniform magnetic field, the net force on the loop or coil, net force on the coil is 0, but the torque may or may not be 0. Yeah. So this is the conclusion from the torque acting on the magnetic dipole. Okay. Go through this video and you will understand the torque acting on the current carrying loop placed in a magnetic field. Okay. Thank you.